Hi, Gemini. This is Just with your April 2020 general reading. Hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Gemini, some of you, your child could be struggling with homeschool. Okay. That could be problematic. Also, working from home for some of you could be very problematic and could even lead to some type of a loss. Okay. Some of you may recently have lost your job, or you've had lost your job, right? And you're trying to recoup. There will be recuperation happening with work and finance. Probably will take anywhere from 4 weeks up to 4 months from the time this all started. Okay. For some of you, it could be happening now. Next week, you do have a heavy week in communication. So a lot will be going on. Communication that's actually going to make you quite happy and satisfied, but it may be the first 3 days and then everything falls flat, or the first half of the week. A lot of good news, a lot of things are happening that you were waiting for, and then it falls flat. So don't, stay grounded with that, because there's very fluctuating energy happening right now. Okay. Um, I see that somebody is gonna need to be helped. Yeah, someone's gonna need help is what it looks like to me next week. So hopefully everyone's is feeling good. Some of you may have car issues, but you don't feel like you have the money to take care of it right now. And it looks like there's a lot of things that you need to take care of, but you just can't. You don't want to, or it's just not the right time to do that. And I see a lot of issues with the home life, family life, home life. My condolences if anyone has experienced a loss, because it looks like loss is showing up in your home as well as your career and finance. So it could be both or one or the other. Like you lost your job and now it's spilling over in your home, and it's like you may be negotiating or trying to talk to a landlord, or just trying to call up other institutions, and that may be problematic for you. Well, next week looks like it's going to be quite different and more positive. So the first half of the week, that is a great time for you to follow up and continue to probe and seek what you desire, because you will be more apt to get it then. Okay. Um, you know, your career, although there may have been some losses, looks like you're getting strength in that area, and some really, like I said, positive developments are coming out of it. But it's something that you can't hang your hat on, because it's going to change as well. What does that mean? If you're, like I said, if you're been looking for a job, you can definitely get a job, but it's not going to be the way you expect it to be. You may have to wait before you can start on a job. Like you may start on a job and then you have to stop working. So it's something that starts and then it stops. Or you're moving forward, then something gets cut off and then you have to wait. Then it's a waiting period. So all systems are not go. Wherever you are out there and you're thinking, oh yeah, everything is, no. Well, systems are not go. Something is going to change and reverse. So don't get comfortable is my point. Yeah, definitely don't get comfortable. Home, family could be a challenge right now, and not being able to kind of like I'm kind of getting, not, some of you could be agitated, but I'm kind of getting like I'm seeing with every sign of like people are just in this space where it's like you don't really know what's the total outcome, where are we going, that type of thing. So some of you are definitely feeling that. um and it's either you can't cope but the children are fine, or you're okay and the children can't cope, or family is having a problem and it's been so much you can do. It's that type of thing. But like I said, there's some type of communication, or things coming in for you that will look good. But whatever you do, do not think that's the end all be all, because that too is going to change. Let's look at your love, because your cards keep saying the same thing in that respect. What thing just felt that just mechanics right now for me, you would think is Mercury retrograde. So let's look at your love aspect. For you Gemini singles, you want love. You do. You definitely want love. You're ready for love. At least you feel like it. But it has to be very idealistic. It's very ideal what you want. You want the whole kit and caboodle, and that's what you're looking for. That's what you're wanting. So if any one of you out there just met a Gemini, that's what they want. They want the whole kit and caboodle. They may still have some things that they damn need to work on, but you guys may still have things that you need to work on and air out about yourself, but never mind that. And others of you, you're not budging from that. You're not, and if it doesn't come exactly the way that you feel it should, then there's no go. You're not moving forward. There's an opportunity though, to meet someone. I do feel like right now it's not the best time. You are meeting people who are in the struggle. They're on the struggle bus right now. They're not in a great place. They may not be feeling very confident. They could be faking it until they're making it, that sort of thing. But out of the two of you, if you're getting to know someone, one of you are trying to help the other person through, build their confidence back up, have faith in a situation, move forward, move the needle forward in their life of some kind of way. But that can become a daunting task. And someone starts to feel like, well, I'm always having to lift you up. I'm always having to be, someone can become a little bit tired of that, especially when they don't feel like it's equal. Okay, so be mindful of that. And some of you, it could be because, your upbringing has had a very strong effect on you. And so either the people that you attract or, what you bring to the table in a relationship could at times be a bit challenging. And I do feel like through this process of you wanting something ideal, you'll have to reckon with yourself in that regard. Like, I want something real, but maybe I do need to work on me first. Or, maybe I need to, take a step back and vet a little bit better so that I have now what I want. And you may realize because you've set your bar at a certain level, there are people who there's probably not anyone around that you would truly choose because you've set your bar at a certain level. Communication definitely can increase though this coming week if you are engaging with people. But like I said, as quickly as it starts, it kind of stops. And someone kind of needs to constantly have their ego fed or constantly needs a time and attention. They need it until they don't need it. And then they're back needing and needing and needing again. So it's a lot of needy ass people out there. Be careful with that. Gemini couples, you're heartbroken. Why? Well, I did the extended. I kind of do know why. But you are heartbroken here, and it could be literal distance between you and your mate, but this is also could be, outside parties that has come and created all kind of goddamn havoc in your relationship. Your person is at a crossroad. They don't know what the hell to do either. And, it's this weird situation going on with some of you in your relationships that there's a huge elephant in the room. It's big. And it's like, well, we don't have to talk about that. or nobody's really dealing with it. Maybe it's been talked about, it's been dealt with, or it's been talked about, but again, it's not enough action put in place for talking about the situation. Someone is still holding out, and it's making it very difficult to get on the other side of the problem when there's not much communication. Everyone's just kind of doing what they're supposed to do. Well, I normally take the kids here, or I normally, we normally do ... That's what we're going to keep doing. It's some keeping up appearances, or that's just the foundation. That's just the normality of your relationship that we kind of, when the problems get thick, we're kind of going in our own corners. It's kind of what it looks like to me. And someone has been questioning the other person. And there may have been a disconnect in this relationship, like a breakup or a separation for a period of time. But you're still committed to the things that you're doing. Like some of you can live under the same roof and still doing what you normally would do with each other. But there's a huge issue between the two of you. Okay. You also may have business that you do together. So you're continuing to do, like I said, but the problems aren't being worked on. Now, days coming up, it's going to be more communication, and you will feel like you guys have reached a more positive pinnacle in the relationship. Like, oh, okay, I'm seeing progress. Everything is moving forward. You're good. It's like we're back together again, or we're better. We're back better again. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable, because this situation will change. Like I said, there's some things that needs to be dealt with, and maybe because there's something that could be happening next week for some of you that kind of floors everything. It stops everything in its tracks, that even this relationship may get put on hold, and meaning whatever state you're in, you live together, you're dating, you live in, different countries, whatever it is, that gets almost like stifled because there's another focus that is even more important, that is where everyone's attention lies at that time. So next week, particularly toward the end of next week, will be quite eye-opening as far as some things changing, and things will kind of seem to change. You may also feel like things just are falling into your lap, the way the relationship is kind of starting to go. Like, wow, okay. Wow, this is great. Don't get comfortable. Whoever this is, whatever your situation is, and it looks like I said, it's going to be positive, but there's an element here of not getting comfortable. Just don't get comfortable. So in the extended, we're going to look deeper into this relationship. How do you feel? How do they feel? What do they want? How do they see you? What secrets are they keeping? What do they want to tell you deep down inside? What's their biggest challenge with you? What will their actions be now? What's happening in the relationship? And what will be the outcome? We're also going to look at Gemini singles, and we will pull a love message card from Aries to Pisces. What do they want to tell you? So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description box below. It does go in more detail of what we're focusing on. If you want something personal, click the link to my website. Comments, leave them in the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Gemini.